Oh my god, I haven't uploaded to this channel in 3 weeks. Well, I guess I better talk about something. May as well talk about that Oscars slap everyone else is. So yeah, if you haven't heard, about a month ago, the Oscars 2022 edition happened. Something which I'm pretty sure nobody on the face of the earth gives a wet shit about anymore. Actually, I don't think anyone even knew that the Oscars were happening. The only thing that made us realise the Oscars were happening was the fact that Will Smith got out of his seat and went on stage and slapped Chris Rock across the face. Now, I normally talk about shit that happens on YouTube, not mainstream stuff, but this is all people have been talking about for the past month, so I figured make a video to give my thoughts about it, in come the views. So if you haven't actually seen what went down, then let me show you. The clip is all over YouTube. I'll just show you for a split second, and then I'll get to talking about it and how I view the whole situation.
I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow.
Fatality.
Now, there is more to the clip than that, but I only showed you what I believe is absolutely essential. I'd show you the rest of the clip, but I'm not really fond of the idea of getting copyrighted, so I'll explain what you didn't see. Basically, Chris Rock was up there, he was making jokes, as you do, and he turned around and he said, "Jada, I love you, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it." Now, for those who aren't aware, Jada Smith is suffering from alopecia, and she recently shaved her head. Now, the joke refers to a movie in the 90s called G.I. Jane, which shows Demi Moore with a shaved head in a military setting. So, the joke was about her hairstyle, not about her alopecia. Now, at first, Will Smith was laughing at this joke, and Jada Smith does this sort of eye roll, and I'm guessing Will saw that eye roll, realised Jada didn't like the joke, which is where he proceeds to go on stage and slap Chris Rock across the face. Now, the problem that I have with this, as somebody who makes comedy videos for YouTube, is it seems as if a sort of situation where someone is trying to police comedy. And comedy simply should not be policed under any way, shape, or form. Comedy should be left alone. Now, Will Smith actually apologised to Chris Rock on Instagram, and I'm going to read that out to you now because there's a few things about this apology that I want to talk about. "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behaviour at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologise to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions are not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." Now, the problem I have with this apology is, yes, he does say sorry, but he tries to sort of excuse his behaviour beforehand. A joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally, and then he says the apology. So it comes across to me as a bit insincere. It seems like he's trying to excuse his behaviour with the first paragraph before apologising. A joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. A joke about her medical condition. It wasn't a joke about her medical condition. It was a joke about her hairstyle and how it reminded Chris Rock of the 90s movie G.I. Jane. It's actually been confirmed that Chris Rock had no idea that Jada Smith had alopecia. He was probably under the impression that her buzz cut was a fashion choice. He had no idea there was any medical history surrounding this hair decision. When he says a joke about Jada's medical condition, was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally, all I can think about is that one thing where the guy's saying, nothing you said makes any sense, and everyone in this room is dumber for having to hear it.
Mr.
Fresh Prince.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
On the side of people defending Will Smith, the number one point I see people bringing up was he was defending his wife's honour. He was defending Jada's honour. Okay, fair enough. If your wife is being harassed verbally, you stand up for her. That's what a man's supposed to do in the relationship. I get that. But not at a comedy club. Granted, the Oscars isn't a comedy club, but there's a comedian performing, so you get where I'm coming from. Absolutely no one on the face of this earth needs to be defended from a joke. If you think that you need to be defended from a joke, then maybe you need to get out of the fucking house once in a while.
You spend far too much time with your computer. It's not healthy.
Fuck off.
What bothers me the most about this is that it sets a dangerous precedent. A lot of people look up to Will Smith and idolize Will Smith, and there's probably a fair amount of those people who are probably going to think that this is okay, that this is socially acceptable now. Oh, I didn't like what that comedian said. I'm going to go and assault him. Will Smith did it, so it must be okay. Comedy and offense share something in common. Comedy and offense, by nature, are both inherently subjective things. What one person finds funny, another person will not find funny. In the same thought, what one person finds offensive, another person will not find offensive. So while Jada Pinkett Smith was annoyed by this joke, I can guarantee you that somewhere out there in this vast planet that we live on, there is a woman with a shaved head who found that joke utterly hilarious. At the end of the day, it's totally fine not to find something funny and be offended by it. That is your right. But it is not okay to walk onto a stage and assault a comedian for simply doing his job. But yeah, that's more or less it. I've said what I've wanted to say. Don't assault comedians for telling jokes. They're literally just doing their job. And don't be a massive snowflake about comedy. I know this isn't my usual style of video. I usually react to other videos on YouTube and crack jokes about them. My next video will be a reaction commentary video. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this subject matter, as I know I'm no famous comedian. I'm not a famous YouTuber either, but at the end of the day, the main thing my channel revolves around is comedy, humor. That's why I put so many funny edits and sometimes skits into my reactionary videos. So as someone with a great passion for comedy, seeing this happen to Chris Rock, naturally I'm going to have a lot of thoughts about it, and I wanted to share those thoughts with you people. So the next upload I do, I've actually got an idea for a video. I want to talk about a YouTuber called NNA Productions, who's more or less been making the same videos over and over and over again for the past 5 or 6 years. So we'll be going back to normal style content in the next video, but I just wanted to give my opinion on this. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.
That's a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Wow.